Do you know how to handle whites on a watercolor painting? Hello, I'm Coach Lance Meyer of Grass Ministries, and we're here in the Green Room Art Studio working on finishing up this cat, which really is mostly whites that are left, but we can't just leave it all one color. Okay, just solid white, even though it's primarily going to be white. So couple things we can do. I'm just going to suggest a couple colors. Cerulean blue is a good one. Manganese blue is another one. I'm going to actually end up using a little bit of manganese, and I'm going to be using a little smaller brush here, just one of these guys. And all I'm going to do, this one's kind of got a little bit of a longer, wispy brush. This is not by any means a real expensive brush, but it does the trick. So the color I'm going to use actually is a little bit of manganese blue with a little mix of cerulean. And we're just getting a little color in our brush. And all I'm going to do is kind of look for any of those little shadows. Now, looking closely at the picture actually, if I mix up just a little bit of that manganese, and I'm going to throw just a tiny bit of a red in there. In this case, it's a magenta. I can't even say my own paints here, guys. Sorry. But here we go. All we're going to do is, like, even if you look at my shirt, right, it's not just solid white, right? There's all these little wrinkles, and a cerulean blue with a little bit of red will do the trick. And in this case, I'm using a little manganese. Okay, and all I'm going to do is look at my picture. Okay, right underneath this nose here is kind of got this pinky blue color. Now, I made mine, that's a little bit dark. That's an easy fix, especially watercolor. Boom, just tap it. I took too much off. Now we need to find a happy medium on that. Okay, and remember it's going to dry lighter than it is. That's all I'm going to do is just look for these little tiny spots. Now in this case, we even got those little, specks that cats have. I'm going to actually hit my nostril a little bit here too. A little bit of nostril there. And then I am going to hit right up this nose, right there. There's a little dark, and a little bit coming this way. We got these little dots. We got some little whiskers. Just going to kind of suggest that there. Some of them are going to end up being white, and I will show you another time how to do that. Actually, how to add white back into a dark with watercolor. So you'll have to stay tuned for that, because I'm not going to teach that right now, but another time. Alrighty. I'm going to be posting a number of these on my YouTube channel. And so that's another good opportunity. Got a lot of, just life lessons and that kind of stuff on there, but we are going to be starting to really post quite a few of these little mini lessons that you can follow along with. And even if you're not doing the same thing I'm doing here, you can pick up a couple things, use them in your own art, and eventually we'll have like kind of full lessons a little bit. We'll do some for free, we'll do some classes, all that good stuff. So just kind of getting in the, now you can see my whites here. I'm actually grabbing some dark colors again, kind of pulling a little bit of that in there. But if I work in those cerulean blue, manganese blue, mix those together a little bit. I'm using Daniel Smith, although I think some of this is just the master's touch from Hobby Lobby as well. And we'll come back and show you how to put whites back into those darks. I'm just concentrating right now on the darks in the whites without letting that kind of take over. I'm just going to hit just a little more here because it's just this side's a little darker. Just going to throw a little light in there. And to be honest, like, I don't need to do much more. I'm just going to show the motion of my brush this way just a little bit so we kind of get this motion coming off of the nose. It's not pure white, so we've got just a little bit of that stuff going, and that really is kind of some little whiskers there. I'm just going to take one last look. I think we've hit those little bit of darks, and I still want to keep some white, so I think that's probably it. I'll come back and hit the eyes later, but that's how you add your whites, your darks I should say, on your whites. And cerulean blue, just a touch of a red in there as well, will give you a nice kind of a gray color. As I'm looking, just at my shirt here, that's exactly what's happening. And now let's look closely at our cat. And it's no longer just a total white. Yeah, there we go. As I turn that, see that? You get those little darks in there, but it's mainly white. And get a nice effect there. I'll come back and finish up the eyes, and then I'll show you how to put those whites into the dark area, even with watercolor, in another lesson. Have a great day.